Hello, this is Barry Bailey, Digital Projects Librarian, and I just wanted to run you through the campus ledger in our digital collections. So if you start at the library's main page, the library.jccc.edu, then over on the left-hand column there is the category of digital collections, and when you click that, that'll take you towards all of the collections we have up online right now. So we have the fashion collection, the Francis R. Gerald World War II collection, and the campus ledger archives, which is what we'll be looking at. So I'm going to go ahead and click that. Alright, so we have a few different options of how we want to go about it. You can browse the entire collection, you can go straight to the volume you're looking for, or you can do a keyword search here. So I'll start at the top so you can kind of see what the browse collection looks like. And when it comes up for you the first time, you'll see it's sorted by date, and you'll have the volume and issue number right here in this category. So I'll start with the very first one, volume 1, issue 1. If you click on date, you can actually flip it so the newest is first. So you can see instead of counting up an issue, it's now counting down. We're at volume 32. These are added as quickly as we can get copies from the ledger themselves, so this is an up-to-date collection. But this is pretty straightforward on how to get around, so we'll go back to the beginning of this for some of the less clear ways. We go to Browse by Volume. Instead of returning everything, it'll actually return exactly what you click on. You can see some of these have A and B options. It turns out when they were making the ledger, it got a little bit out of order, so since they're sorted by date, primarily you'll have goes 25, then 26A, 27A, 26B, 27B. It's kind of an anomaly, but when you're dealing with keeping things in chronological order, it's something you just have to put up with. So if I go ahead and click on volume 30, it'll take us to all of the issues in volume 30. So again, the layout's pretty much exactly the same. Still have the date written out here, and sorted by issue. So 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way down to 15. If I go ahead and click on an image or the date, it'll pull up the issue itself. So you can see it's just like the print version, only online. And the final way to search is to actually enter keywords. So I'm just going to type in smoking. So there's always something going on about banning smoking or relegating smoking to certain areas on campus. So if I click go, it'll bring up every issue where it is mentioned. And you can see it tries to do a relevant search because the dates are all crazy here. 1988, 1979, 2009. You can either take that as it comes and kind of plow through it issue by issue, but let's pretend that we're looking for the most recent. So if I click date, it's now sort of going down. We have 2008, August of 2008. I'll go ahead and click on this issue, and you'll see a little bit different over in this left-hand column where it lists out the pages. It'll have it red and asterisked where the actual mention of the word smoking shows up. And if you see over here, it's highlighted in red. It's really tiny. We're on a 2-page spread here. But if you click on it, I'll actually blow it up a little bit better so you can see it. So things labeled E on this campus map here, designated smoking areas. Down here on page 17, there's another asterisk. If you click on that page, I'll bring it up. You can see where it's mentioned again. Again, here it pops up in a classified ad. So, alright. now that we've kind of gone over the 3 different ways to get into the collection, we can sort of go over the options once you're inside of it. And to do this, we'll just jump back to the beginning of the collection. We'll go to Browse, and we will check out the most recent. So again, we'll sort the date the opposite direction. Here's something here from May 6th. Alright, here's the cover. It says Sewing Machine. There's a feature on page 12. If I click on page 12, it will take me straight to that article. Nice. Now, let's pretend that this is an issue I'd like to have. If we go over here to where it says View, you have a little drop-down menu. If you click on this, you can get the complete print version. Select that, click Go, and you'll have a pop-up that comes up here. Is still thinking, but it'll eventually pull up a entire PDF so you can download it, make it printing easier. Let's say I'm just interested in this story, the Growing Through Sewing story. See, it's on page 12. It continues on to page 13. The reason why this takes so long to load is because you'll see here this is only 15.8% the size of the original image. So they're saved very, very large for archival purposes. Continues to page 14. Get to page 15 and we're on to a different story. So pages 12 through 14 have the story we want. So instead of selecting complete print version, we can go to subset of print version, and we tell it to go. And now we have an option here. So control click to select. So if we hold control, we know we want pages 12, 13, and 14. We can click View Subset, and what will get pulled up here is just the pages we ask for in a prepackaged PDF. So now instead of downloading and saving the entire thing, which might take some time or take up space or might just be superfluous, we can select just what we want and save it and print it later. So there aren't any restrictions on what you can download. Again, it's the ledger from beginning to end. If there is anything missing, we're working on correcting it, and it will continue to update as time goes on. So I hope that this was a bit helpful in navigating. Okay.